Welcome back out to the up-down house for what I truly think is actually the last time, at least for this phase. Continuing on with the replacement side porch framing and sheathing and all that fun. You can hear a little bit of cutting going on up there right now, so just to give a refresher, we've already done all of the framing inside. Put this nice beam in place. 14-inch deep 3-pack LVL for a 16 feet long opening. And all of the rooms now have various forms of framing and stuff. So let's head upstairs. We'll get things going. Compared to the nice sunny afternoon yesterday, it's a little cool and cloudy and a touch foggy, but no fires at the moment, so I'll take it. We got the jacks in place under the headers, and now we need to get our openings correct. And this ceiling, this is the low end to the left, and as we work out to the corner out there, it progressively gains in height. Well, we can't really change the existing conditions much, and our new porch floor is level. So we want the windows to all be level because they'll look goofy if we just measured down from the top. So started down here at the low end, set the laser up, measured down from the top, got the correct height for the 6 feet of window height. Put the tape measure to the laser, and it turned out it was 3/4 of an inch lower than the laser line. So we just walked along, put it at the 1, burned an inch, and marked 3/4 of an inch lower than the laser line as we went. Now, of course, we could have just measured up from the floor, but that takes care of any very minor variation, and we already had the laser up, so why not just mark based on that 3/4 line? So now we can build the last bits of the wall here, get some blocks in, and close this in, get some sheathing on it. All right, Dave ran the blocking through here, and I've been getting the sills and cripples in place. So some toe nailing, some end nailing. And despite what anyone may tell you, you do not need a cripple stud on the end of the sill. You just don't. Trust me. And in this case, we don't have anything below the headers, but we always push our headers up to the top plate regardless and then frame down. It gives a lot more flexibility, and it's easier, in my opinion, at least. Your mileage and thoughts may vary. Oh good, we got some more offcuts to finish out the cripples.
Gutter hold it?
Metal sheet. And that needs to be cut. That's got the same thing going on. See your finger? It looks really close. 1 by 16. That's 1 by 14.
A little bit of rat though.
Well, that's more of a 1 by 8. Maybe have to pull loose from the nails. Maybe just twisting it.
That went something.
Back and hold on. There we go. We need to sheathe all the way up the rake, so I think we're going to end up needing a 4th section on top of here. We just added, but I'm not quite that tall. I can easily reach to the right. To the left is going to get a little high for nailing purposes. We can strip that off, no problem, I think. And then there's all sorts of goofiness going on up here. We essentially built this actually slightly past the original line, but we built it where it makes sense. And then the roof is kind of wavy, just I guess because this was built at various times. You can see the 2 different roof planes coming together where it was built over it. So we're just doing our best. We're actually going to cut these kind of outriggers, almost they're pieces that were added in to extend that out. We're going to cut those off flush. We'll extend our zip all the way up to the underside of the rafters, which are, the rest of them are thankfully in better condition than that last rafter closest to us. Then the gutter does need to be replaced. So when that's done, if they need to replace the board there, they can do it. They can wrap it. I assume the siding crew will also be or at least the company will be the same as the gutters. I made some recommendations to the owner for who to hire for that. Not that we can't do siding. I mean, you've seen us do siding, but it's just not what we do regularly. It's not a thing we can do cost effectively for a customer. So yeah, that's the story there. I'm going to peel the rest of this off so we can extend the zip straight up, because we should have the 2x4 framing in line, or at least close enough. So onward and upward, or something like that. You can actually see what's going on here. Our 2x4 wall is basically the width of a 2x4 out from the original. So there's still some of the original sheathing there. They pulled some of it up and then extended that wall up, rafters over. It's Well, actually, even some of them they cut off. So, certainly one way to do it. I forgot that camera does that. Alright, as you can see, not a lot holding this together. He's not gonna like it when I tell him the cut's too far out. Where you going, dude?
I was gonna set on the edge of scaffolding right there. Right there. Yeah.
Where I need him to. I'm gonna bring it over to you guys. I'm going to have to get it from the side. You gotta climb up there.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. Geniuses, we'll go with that. Boost it up. we gotta come out slightly. Nope, now we're.
What?
We were awkwardly caught on the drip edge, but
You good?
we are good right there.
We can reach it. TJ can barely reach it.
Hey, I'm there. Barely, but I'm there.
Alright, that should hold.
That'll hold it.
Now he's gonna start making it.
Yeah.
Run away.
We didn't need the ladder, you're right. It was close.
Alright, gotta move quick because there's music going. Don't want to get copyrighted, but got the first sheet up here, and this is just less than 16 feet down to the underside of the floor framing. So ran them vertically on this side. Works nice. We're about 12 feet, so we'll do one vertical, one horizontal on this side probably. We'll see. But getting it nailed off, that's should be the hardest piece. Should be. Well, I spoke too soon. This stupid thing double shot on me. So, there we go. Gotcha release. Oh no, we also screwed this up and down.
So if you didn't get enough lead on the paint chips, that's pretty well flush right there.
Flush now.
Yeah.
Up down up here.
You know what? The zip tape right away.
What?
You know what? The zip tape right away.
Yeah.
I'll grab it.
Right. And the roller
I know.
Yeah.
with the little Z's.
Yeah. So we don't like fill a void.
That worked. That's good.
Oh, that's you want it. Where do you need to sit?
We'll figure this one out.
We can figure out this one.
Well,
I think you gotta get a bucket.
is fine. Okay. Oh, that's a huge one. Yeah. He just got harpooned. Right now, hop up there. Yeah, hop up. You hop up and make a shot. Ow. Can I get around here? Oh, down. Well, it's a small stab. Small stab wound. Oh, puncture. You can tell by your knife blade. Okay. Alright. Now, are you up there too?
I'm up here.
Alright, we're coming up here.
All you gotta do is get it on the next.
What? Wait, wait.
Yep, there you go.
Should I hop up where you are, Dave? Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Got Matt?
set it on the.
Here, on here.
Thing.
Alright, I'm on it. It's a little challenge to get up here, isn't it? With the board in your face.
Little challenge course we got going here.
We gotta pick it up from the bottom.
You're tight to the left at the bottom?
Yes.
Okay, well. I was thinking plumb, something's not plumb, doesn't matter.
Got it up there. What?
That'll work.
Yeah, we're just holding it against it though. Let's pull away. Yeah, I can stay there.
We're caulking up the joint here, and some of it needs quite a bit of backer rod fill, but get a good seal on that before the siding goes on. You know, when you have a laser, you find all sorts of uses for it. That's what happens with every tool. Using it to find our 48-inch level mark. So what we're going to do out here is run the first course horizontal, because it mostly goes through, comes into the window that far. That mark is 48 inches up. And then we'll run the top on the vertical, which will allow us to a little more easily adjust for the varying ceiling height, and maybe work around the window openings a little and use the material efficiently slightly, maybe when like we get to here. I don't know, I may be making stuff up. I guess we'll find out, and that may be tomorrow, because we're burning daylight here and it's late November, which means early sunset. Not that the sun ever came out today. Whatevs. That's a nice green box coming together up there. Got 2 sheets on the horizontal. Need to cut one to 40 3/4 inches right here. We'll have the first strip done. Alright, got our... Don't doubt it. Got our first vertical piece. We're gonna need some extra reach to get further up there. But yeah, I mean, I don't have a whole lot more than you do, so we can get some of it from the inside on these between the window openings and stuff. But we can always get a ladder down here in the neighboring yard if we need to. We'll work it out. We'll work it out one way or another. Getting the backside taped up. Don't forget to roll the tape. It says it right there. That's what activates it. So, getting that. I don't know what I'm doing here. Getting this all rolled out. So that is the joints on here. We do need a little more caulk the next level down, but that's just about wrapped up here. And we got 3.5 sheets to put on here tomorrow. We're just about out of time. I was hoping to finish it today, but it was our timing got kind of messed up today. It was a wonky day, whatever. That happens. I think that'll finish up no problem tomorrow morning, though. We got to cut off a little more down there to make it work. Those sheets, a bunch of tape, and a little bit of cleanup. And that takes care of our portion. We got a little bit more cleanup in the yard to take care of. Got to get rid of all the scaffold. But, yep. Packing up for today. And just a quick note while I'm still up here. Had some overdriven fasteners, so since I had the caulk up here, covered them up. That is the only time you actually have to seal any of the fasteners. And of course I had white big stretch, not clear, so they kind of goofily show up. Whatever, gets covered over with siding. Alright, back the next day with a delayed start. Had some light rain this morning, and that's not great for trying to put sheathing on. But it has stopped. Things seem to be drying out a little bit. And we want to get it done because it looks like pretty substantial rain coming tomorrow. Just a little drip from the downspout hole there. Of course, right on there. So, next task. We need to cut some more of the old sheathing and mess and whatever from up there so that we can continue running the horizontal sheets across like this. Like I said, should be about 3.5 to finish up. And we're just going to run it over the windows. I think we'll end up just using the cutouts to enclose the windows or the openings until the windows get here in, really should be just a couple weeks or so. So that should work out fine, I think, I hope. Don't cut the studs. We have a router, but we don't have any router bits right now. But when you're standing up, reciprocating saw works just as well. Got a plunge in on the bottom.
I know, but I was thinking where I wanted to start.
Oh, it's
Tough decision.
well. Anytime you start thinking, it's a risky move.
No, I don't like that. Even an oscillator.
I don't like that.
I had to cut a hole through with the oscillator.
Okay. Alright, tricky spot up here. I don't really want to knock that sheathing off because it's going to be really hard to do, but we need to cut it up, so easiest just to climb up here and cut it off. That's going to take 2 hands to continue though. So that's again, joy of old buildings. Wow, neat.
2x4s.
So for these uppers, with only 2 of us, we're using our brains. As you can see there, that just came out. We put in a couple supports on a level line. The 2 of us could hold this, especially because it's a rake at 28 5/8. And then I'm just on a ladder here. Oh, what a wonderful world of OSHA violations. It's actually really stable. I got our 1 aluminum plank that we have. That's next up on the upgrade list. Planks are, wood planks are more of a masonry setup. A ladder like this makes it really steady though, because in the A-frame position, we got it into the solid floor inside, and this is really steady. So then I can just nail it off. And then we just got little infill pieces here that'll be pretty easy. And I still haven't decided if we're going to do it the same way down there or just run one vertical. I guess I'll decide within the next 5 minutes. No, don't laugh. I was showing, this is the scrap that we have, so pretty good planning on our part. Scaffolding on the move. Alright, we gotta get all the scaffolding out of the yard. So, start of the move into the bathhouse. I have no idea what's going on over there.
We lost one of the pins.
Oh, okay. That should take care of everything we need to reach from the end here. So, taking the top of the scaffold down, or well, I guess the whole thing, and it's spitting a little bit of rain, so I guess not a moment too soon. Watch out below. Alright, the other 2 got the yard mostly cleaned up of trash, scrap metal, most of the scaffolding, except what I'm standing on. I just spent too much time up in the ceiling there, putting boards up to carry up the wall for securement of the top. Had to climb all up in there. I'm a mess. You can maybe see it's it's not a fun place up there. So last task of the whole project is we need to tape around the window openings, and it's 4:45. Sunset is about 4:55. The camera's making it look brighter than it actually is out here. I don't know if I'm gonna get finished today. I do have a light. I could get it finished in the dark, but I want to get at least the bottom, because we're gonna get like an inch of rain tomorrow, and that gutter doesn't do a ton. So I want to get this sealed up. Honestly, probably won't take that long. I'll just do it by light, get it done. I don't think we're getting the scaffolding down today, but that's fine. I can come back this weekend and take that down by myself. But the important thing is we got this much done. Well, definitely after sunset. And windows are, well, this still takes a little more work. So they're a little over halfway done. I figure another 15 minutes, something like that, then I can get out of here. They got everything loaded up, so all I gotta do is finish this. And I'm only a block from home, so not a big deal. Well, not too bad. There's street lights and building lights and stuff around, so I was able to see and finish taping. So, all the way around the perimeter. Like I said, I'll come back this weekend, get the scaffolding down, and we'll take a final look at it in daylight, because We do have a light here. Handy dandy work light. Pretty darn bright, but I didn't even need it for the taping. Back to remove the rest of the scaffold. A little brighter than we ended the other night. So shouldn't take this too long to clean up. And then we're done. Out here at the up-down house and got some little rainbows in the clouds. I'm sure there's a proper name for that. So, yep, had a little snow, but back for one alteration for the plumbers. So we'll jump inside and take a look at that. Glad to have it moved on to the next step. So if you remember, with framing up here in the primary suite bathroom, there's a shower clawfoot tub combo, and the plans had 60 inches space. So you can see our old blocking in the wall there. And, well, it's a 60-inch clawfoot tub. And in retrospect, duh, that's not going to work. We were just following plans. So now that the plumber is actually here, you can see they've gotten a little bit started here and got some work going in some of the other bathrooms. This needs to move over. So they wanted it moved over a foot, which may need a slight adjustment on this doorway. It's kind of right in line with that, and there's supposed to be a glass door. So we'll see if we need to maybe shift this slightly. We'll see. A problem for another day, I suppose. So I took the wall out. This also gives an opportunity to correct the level problem that we had when we built it. We didn't realize quite how out of level the floor was here. So it had a bit of a lean to the camera. That would be a problem when it comes time for like tile and glass. So since I had to take it apart anyway, took it out, reused the top and bottom and the stud against the wall, recut to different sizes. There's an 1.1 difference side to side. So now the top is level. So just going to measure up for a couple new blocks since it moved over a stud bay. Get it plumbed back up and it'll be good to go. Back in place. And if you remember last time, bubble did not look like that. So I'm happy now. And added another block in too. Never hurts to have 3 instead of 2. So now they should be able to take care of everything. And while we're at the window here, we'll get a daytime view. I believe the windows come in very soon, but installation, I imagine, is weather dependent. We're warmed up today. You can hear the snow melting, but looks like we bounce up and down and head back to a deep freeze potentially soon. So we'll see. Hopefully the openings get closed up soon, though. That'll make it a little easier to work inside here. Of course, there's still no furnace. Look, a new house is under construction. And it's a little smaller and higher out of the ground than I expected, so it'll be interesting to see what continues with that. Developer has been trying to build houses over there for over a decade, and maybe they finally got something figured out. I guess we'll see. While we're here, take a quick look at some work we did next door summer of 2023, I believe. So we moved a sill from around the corner here and raised up the other to make it work for kitchen cabinets. There was a door there, bricked up what was a window there so cabinets can go in front of it. And then they got these nice new windows and doors. So we don't do masonry work a lot, but we do it occasionally. And looks pretty good in this case. So when you're infilling an opening, best practice is to set the new brick a 1/2 inch back so it reflects what was there, but a nice durable enclosure. So eventually they're going to be building a nice porch with a roof there. And back here, I came back, the windows have since been installed, since it took a while to actually get these videos published. So nice clean install there. Those look pretty good, and we should be able to catch around the corner here. Yep. So still needs siding, of course, but now that we're starting to get into spring, can tackle the siding and gutters and whatever the underside is here, but that'll come after electric. And then one of these days really soon we're going to be installing a new exterior door here, so be a little nicer than the existing there as well. And you'll also see trees are gone, so a little more cleanup with the ivy back here, and everything will be complete out here. So definitely looking better. And the nice thing about using zip is it holds up to the weather. We had a tough winter and it's still looking good. So I'm happy with it all. Like I said, that does wrap things up here for now. We'll slide that door install into something else probably at some point. And who knows, there may be some other work we're doing here. You never know how things progress. They have been working on MEP stuff inside, but I don't have keys with me, so we're not going to check that out. But trust me, it's looking good. So thanks for rebuilding with us. If you haven't already done so, we'd super duper appreciate a like and subscribe. And we're always happy to see and read comments, like hearing your thoughts, what you would do the same, different, who knows? There's more than one way to do a thing. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next video, wherever that happens to be.